Hello and welcome to the Fishing Guide Podcast. We were having so much fun, and then I turned the camera on, and it was time to go to work. What can I say?
Tough life you have.
Man, this is a special show because I've always wanted to come to Sandy Cooper Lake, and the invite to come, I was pretty pumped up. Man, I would
welcome.
Would have left the day I was there, but we're at Hills Landing RV Park here in Cross, South Carolina. They are hosting us, and so it's just wonderful. So we're going to start with Tony and Stephanie Goodwin, and they're the owners of the park, and they pretty much recently just took it over. And tell us how do you end up running a RV park?
Go ahead, Tony.
Again, that's a great question. I have to credit everything to my new stepfather who got us into the business. He is the owner of another RV park, Angel's Landing, which is about 3 miles down the road from us, and
right,
he gave us all the wealth of knowledge to get going and showed us the ropes, and here we are today. This October 20th will be our 3-year anniversary.
Wow. Does it seem like time flies?
Oh, yeah.
It
Wow.
does. We've been very busy.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about our location, Stephanie. Where are we located at?
So we are right in the middle of the Diversion Canal, which is a 7-mile canal.
Right.
And great location right in the center between the upper and the lower lake. The upper lake is Lake Marion, lower Lake Moultrie. So great for fishermen that don't know which lake they want to fish on, or they want to fish on both. So they got right in the middle location to go either way they want.
Right. So all kinds of fish here. I mean, the diversity and species of fish that you have. You, I know, caught a great big catfish yourself. Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, brag.
No,
go ahead.
I'm not
No,
gonna.
go ahead and brag how big that fish is. He's got it on the wall. In case you're listening to the show, we're pointing to the picture of him having a catfish that looks like it's the size of a 18-year-old that's ate Twinkies all his life.
78 pounds. Yeah. One of the local guides took me out first time fishing on the lake. So
What?
yeah. First time out. It was an unplanned trip. Mark says, "Hey, I'm getting ready to go fishing. You want to go?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." And everybody's like, "Yeah, you should go with him." And we were out there, and it was fish on. Next thing you know, we're in 3.5 foot of water, and I'm landed a 78 point whatever pound catfish. So spoiled. But I will say that I'm uncertain of my second one that I've caught. I was out there by myself, and I caught one which I did not weigh it. I didn't want to try to bring it home by myself.
Right.
But landed it, got self video, and I do believe is a little bit bigger than that one. So there's a lot of great big fish here.
Yeah. Stripers, crappie. They got our crappie.
Crappie,
that's right.
tomato, whatever. So yeah, so.
Bass, shell cracker. Yeah. Striped bass.
It's this fishery is just an unbelievable freshwater fishery. So
Yep, there you go. So,
we've got customers that have been coming here we've met up to 4 generations of people that come and go out of Hills Landing.
Oh yeah.
And I've met people from Alaska up and down the eastern seaboard.
The Dakotas.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of folks from Virginia,
Florida,
West
Maine.
Virginia, North Carolina come here.
well, we talked about location. Let's talk about what you have here. You're basically an RV park, so that's what you're focused on.
Right.
And so just tell us a little bit about the layout of it.
Yeah, well, when we bought the place, this was a fish camp with a restaurant and a store, and we've just kind of slowly segued away from the accommodations. We still have, we currently have a motel room and a couple cabins, but we're slowly segueing away from that. And in the near future, we're going to be creating more waterfront RV park.
Okay.
So
Just be RVs, so be what's inside here.
right.
So right now, you have some accommodations. What are those?
We have 9 motel rooms, and we have 5 trailer rentals that, you could call them cabins, but they're
Right.
mobile homes. They're fixed up nice. So we'll be renting those out to the end of the year. And then we'll slowly be getting rid of those and producing more exclusive RV sites. Really, we're finally going to have waterfront sites, which is something the customers have wanted. So you're going to be right there on the water looking at the beautiful canal. and it's going to be nice.
Let's talk about things that you do have right now, and that's you have a fish cleaning station. Is that going to be there, or are you moving it around?
We're going to relocate that.
Yeah,
yeah, because that is in the premium RV spots.
Okay.
So
All right.
we'll relocate that.
All right, so that's gone, and then you do have a launching area. So
Yep.
you got a boat ramp,
Yep.
which
We can go too wide for the people that are, that really know how to back down a boat. As you'd probably seen that qualified captain. I think that we get some really good footage sometimes. So we built it for too wide launch, but we really accept the fact that most people would rather have that
all
all
space.
themselves. So
yeah,
But
yeah, definitely, and then
then we've got a couple docks. We can successfully we can accommodate 9 to 15 boats at any given time at the dock.
Right. And then of course the Gizzard Shack.
The Gizzard Shack. That's
Gizzard
right.
Shack.
Nice place to have a picnic, hang out with your friends, drink some beer.
We've had one wedding there so far.
We've had a wedding there so far.
Nice.
Yeah. So good gathering spot.
Talk a little
undercover.
bit about that, because when I was there the other night, you were saying about all you did to restore that, or basically sound like to me rebuild it, but
Right.
Yeah.
to restore it. When you got this 3 years ago, you
There
had
was-
to do some breaking concrete and stuff.
Yeah,
didn't
there
you?
was two live bait tanks, big concrete live bait tanks that were kind of on their way out. So we decided to utilize that waterfront space for all of our guests that are staying here at the park. Give them a place to have waterfront picnics,
right.
if you will.
Coffee, beer, whatever you like.
Yeah, so talk a little bit more. Gizzard Shack actually happens to have some, I guess they're wooden tables, or
Yeah.
what would you
Live
say,
edge.
counters?
Live edge
That-
counters. Mhm.
Talk about where that came from. Where did that wood come from?
We had one of the older pine trees that was on the property. It was we didn't want to just cut it down, and because it had its own history here, so we wanted to kind of salvage that. So
Right.
we had a great friend of ours who helped us cut down the tree and had his own mill. So he slabbed up some nice, beautiful slabs, and we repurposed them for the old bait shack. We sell a lot of gizzard shad here for bait for the catfish and for the striper. So we just kind of named it the Gizzard Shack.
There you go.
So now you've got picnic tables down there, and you've got this nice bar that kind of wraps around, and you can sit at the bar and look out at the water. So
Yeah, and that's what we
it's really
did last
nice.
night.
Yeah.
I'm not embarrassed to say I had a great meal, and I got to sit overlooking the lake, and so
Yeah. It's a nice spot.
Someone has to do it.
Yeah,
and,
it's tough. I was wishing that we would have had one of our local bald eagles fly over last night, but we didn't see any. So
no fish got clean last night, so they
Right.
took the night off, so they didn't have anything to eat.
That's right.
But it's a great spot. There's for the birders out there. I mean, we got the white herons, the blue herons, and again, there's a lot of osprey, and I think there's about 8 or 9 resident bald eagles here too. So
You wouldn't think you'd come to Cross, South Carolina, and see bald eagles, but
Right.
you do.
yeah. So a lot of times they'll just light right up here in the trees or across the canal, and
Right.
so
I'll be dang.
it's pretty neat stuff to see. Yeah.
Eagles are a lot bigger than when you see them in person. You see a full-grown one, you're like,
Yeah.
they're big.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. Anything else that you have here that they might see?
we've I don't know if you've seen it, but we still do have live bait. We relocated. We've got basically a 30 by 30 enclosed building over there. We've got 9 big poly tanks where we can we can have herring and
Really?
gizzard shad of all different sizes. We carry mullet. So yeah.
And right next to that room in the same building is where we have our laundry and our bathhouse.
Oh, okay.
So we have quite a bit of washers and dryers, and then we have 3 bathrooms with showers, all
gotcha.
brand new, not
So-
even a year old.
So we're in the store right now. Tell them a little bit about the store, because you kind of moved things around in
We
the
did,
store. You
yeah.
made it. So if they've been here, I guess 3 years ago or prior to the 3 years ago,
Yeah,
they
this
would-
used to
if
be
they
a
walked
restaurant.
in.
This was a restaurant store, but we
we stepped away from the restaurant industry. We found our heart and our passion was more with the camping and everything, which campers seem to be pretty self-sufficient as far as food goes. But we do have a little bit of food to offer. We do, breakfast sandwiches in the morning. We have a contract with Hunch Brothers Pizza, so we have the pizza and the wings.
Gotcha.
And then we still have our store where we have an array of, basic necessities as well as RV parts and accessories, and then a lot of fishing stuff, a lot of fishing lures and line and rods and tackle. So we have a little bit of everything.
And a proud sponsor of the Catch the Fever brand.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense because you
Front
have
and center.
catfish here and you have stripers here.
Yeah.
That's right.
You have crappie here, so all three rods.
I
so
think
Right.
I've actually just got my precision crappie
So we've
rod
got
on
the
today,
precision crappie rods, we've got the striper rods, the Hellcat rods, and we've got the slime line all bulked together. They do great here.
That's perfect inside there.
Yeah.
But you can see that inside there, so
Yeah.
that rolls pretty good. So if the person kind of wanted to come or see more about you, where are they going to start looking?
Well, if they want to go directly to our website, it's easy. It's hillslanding.com. We also have a Facebook page, which is Hills Landing RV Park, and then an Instagram page, Hills Landing RV, which you can click on those links right off of our website.
Right. So you think a lot of people call you? Is that how they get their information lately? Is that what it's done? Or is it, you have a lot of people that come and have been here a long time, right? Or no?
Yeah.
I'd say a lot of people that have been coming here for a long time actually have campers. So when we started building the RV park and the RV sites, they were like, oh, great, we can bring our camper.
Yeah.
So they started bringing their campers and telling their friends that they could bring their campers. So it's done great.
A lot of people have been, I think I told you earlier, we've met 3 and 4 generations of people that have been coming here for that long.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, where are we going to stay? I'm like, well, you got to get an RV. They're, well, my wife's been talking to me about that. Next thing you know, they're calling and say, Tony, guess what? I'm like, hey, what's going on? He says, got an RV. I'm like, perfect. So, we've got long-term sites available for them. We've got short-term for people that, that don't want to, have their RV here at all times. So they'll, we got weekly rates, daily
rates.
Weekly, and monthly rates. So
is there a size limit, and is there
we only
like
have
how
an age
far
limit.
back?
We only
just
have
an age limit.
Yeah,
no
we have
size.
We can
bring a great big one in.
Right now we can accommodate up to 47, 48 footers.
Yeah.
And all of our sites are full hookup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every single one. So you've got your power, water, and your sewer all there together.
All right.
Yep.
And what was the age?
15 years or newer.
Yeah.
15 years or newer. So do your own math there.
Yeah.
Don't be looking at us.
However, our logo does have, like a vintage Airstream on it. So if someone says, hey, I've got a 1969 Airstream that we've fully redone, we would love to have them here.
Absolutely.
We really do, appreciate people that do keep stuff like that alive.
That's pretty unique.
Yeah, it's like an old Chevelle. It's not like I would tell somebody, oh, you can't bring your old 1972 Chevelle here because it's just too beautiful.
Right.
So,
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, that takes us up to tackle time. They do have some tackle here.
Yes.
Tackle time. Tackle time sponsored by PICO Lures. PICO Lures has a complete line of hard and soft baits. You can check them out at picolures.com. Of course, anything that swims here on Sandy Cooper, you can catch on PICO Lures because they got it. That's for sure. That takes us to the last part. So you can tell us one more time if they want to call you or get in contact with you. What's the number and what's the website?
The number is area code 843, and it's 753-2731, and the website is hillslanding.com. So you'll find a little bit of everything you need on the website.
There you go. There you have it. That does it. Like I always like to end the show, make sure you keep your hook sharp and your lures in the water.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.